Hello everybody, the Lawn Gnome is here.
You know me.
So we are going back to the park. That's Jurassic Park, in the newest film, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, the fifth installment in a franchise that changed movie-going forever in 1993 with the original Steven Spielberg-directed Jurassic Park, and what an appropriate time for a new one to come out, seeing that it is the 25th anniversary of the first time that those park doors opened in movies theaters across the country. So once again, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard are back as Owen and Claire, and finding out that one of the co-founders of Jurassic Park outside of John Hammond, named Benjamin Lockwood, who was someone that I never even knew even existed, so this is definitely a little extension to the story, who tells them that there is a volcano erupting where Jurassic World used to be, and if we do not get those dinosaurs off the island, they will officially go extinct again, and there is an island to put them on where they can actually live free and not be bothered by humans. Well, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, right? But of course, it's not going to be a movie if there isn't a little twist thrown in, and it turns out that the ward of Mr. Lockwood, who is played by Rafe Spall, decides that he wants to not only weaponize the dinosaurs, we're going back to that little plot twist from the original Jurassic World, but he also wants to sell these dinosaurs to everyone from governments to terrorist organizations, and, of course, they want to create new species that will obey humans. Well, as far as I'm concerned, that definitely doesn't sound like it's going to end well. And the same can be said about Dr. Ian Malcolm, played by Jeff Goldblum, who said, "Don't do it, just let them die." So, this is one of those sequels that I said really didn't have to be made because the first installment of this rebooted franchise did very well. But of course, the money was made, so of course they have to make it. And I still will say that this was a very entertaining movie. I thought that the actors did a very good job. Once again, Bryce Dallas Howard and Chris Pratt did wonderfully. It is so hard for me to go into a movie and not expect a good time if Chris Pratt is in this movie. He is now definitely one of the best actors in Hollywood today. He brings such personality and charisma to every character that he plays, whether it is dramatic or comedic. And I also loved a lot of the close-ups on Bryce Dallas Howard's feet throughout the movie, and we all know why that's the case. I also thought that adding James Cromwell was very good. I thought he did a great job as Benjamin Lockwood, and I also really was surprised by Rafe Spall, who, yes, is the son of Timothy Spall, who you know as Wormtail in the Harry Potter franchise, and I thought that he did a good job too. But I think that the best part of this movie in terms of actors is this brand new young girl named Isabella Sermon, who played Benjamin Lockwood's granddaughter, Maisie. She was definitely one of the most interesting and most fun-loving characters to watch on screen. She had great moments, and she also had a very interesting piece of this story that really takes from the original Jurassic Park up until this time. And once again, a very big positive about this movie is that they give the dinosaurs personality again. Everybody's favorite raptor, Blue, is back, and she is definitely one of the highlights of this film. And there are even some moments with the dinosaurs in the film that you're actually going to get very emotional over, because it's amazing that they gave so much life to these digital creatures that you can actually find some somber and emotional and attached moments to them. I was so impressed by how the dinosaurs this time around were just really given a more integral part than just being a digital spectacle in the film. But this is not the best film that I've ever seen. It is one of those popcorn flicks that you could just go to the theaters, enjoy yourself for a couple of hours, and get lost in it, and that's basically all you're going to get. It's not good, it's not bad, but it's definitely entertaining. The Michael Giacchino score, of course, livens it up a little bit. The grand scale of the scenery and the CGI effects, it's definitely interesting, and seeing some of these creatures in environments that we haven't really seen often was also very cool to actually watch. But once again, it's not a great movie. It's entertaining, but it's just not something that is going to be one of the most incredible films that you're going to see in theaters this year. You're going to have fun, but that's basically all you're going to get. But one of the few things that I was not too thrilled about was how this movie ended. I said in my Jurassic World review that the ending was fantastic, you should have just left it where it was, but of course with all the money that was made, there was going to be a sequel. But the way that they left this movie open for a third one was, without a doubt, the stupidest thing that I ever saw, and I still cannot get over the fact that they actually took this route. It didn't make sense. I think that it is going to be impossible to try and work around this, unless you want to go in directions of some movies that I don't want to mention, because then it will be considered a spoiler. But I basically watched the end of this movie and I was just shaking my head and saying, why did you go in this direction? This is just going to end horribly. Unless they literally get on the phone every single present actor that survived all of the Jurassic films and put them all in there. We're talking Sam Neill, Laura Dern. If you can get them all into this third film that will most likely be made, I just hope that that is going to be the culmination of this franchise, and please, just let it go extinct with dignity. I mean, it was a mind-blowing experience when it first was given to us back in '93, but milking it for all it's worth at this point in time is definitely not one of the most positive directions to go in. And I just want to give this little bit of information. It's not necessarily a spoiler, but it's something that you should know. Yes, Jeff Goldblum is in this film, but he is not a major driving force of this film. So don't expect him to be Goldbluming throughout the movie, because you're not going to get it. Is this a movie that I want to see again? No, it is not. Is this a movie that I want to get on DVD? No, it is not. If it's on HBO, maybe I'll watch it, but I actually finally got myself the original Jurassic Park on DVD, and as far as I'm concerned, that is the only one that should remain in my collection, and I'm impressed that they're still continuing on, and I have to admit that I'm very impressed that they did manage to revitalize the franchise with this brand new Jurassic World chapter. But with Fallen Kingdom, I'm not too thrilled about the direction that it is going in, and I'm just gonna say it's still a fun movie to go to see in theaters, and I'm giving it 2.5 stars out of 4. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please leave your comments in the box below, and let's discuss Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and I will see you in the next one. Hey, thank you so much for stopping by my channel today. If you're new here and want to see more of what my channel has to offer, please click on the link to my last video, or hit that subscribe button to be kept up to date with all of my uploads. Content of all sorts is posted here quite often, so trust me, you do not want to fall behind. I will see you in the comments, and actions speak louder than words.